Hi folks, CodeTutor here and my name is Anil Deshpande. So now let's just go back to how we had started this testing database in Android. We had tested everything else before and we were wondering how to test the database, and over the last couple of videos we have done that as well. Now I can divide this into two sections. One section which is the right hand side section, which is after view model and from repository onwards. This part of code is developer owned code. That is, pretty much everything is written by the developer. And everything that is there on the left hand side, that is Android owned code. For example, view model, composable, everything is managed by the Android's framework. Of course, you write the code, but the management of that particular life cycle of composable and view model, everything is done by Android. So in that sense, it is not completely owned by the developer. You can say that what about the database that is implemented through RoomDB wrapper? Yes, of course, in that case, that also becomes Android owned code to some extent, but that is a conscious choice that developers make for the convenience purpose. Otherwise, it is perfectly possible to implement the database completely in our own manner. We have done that previously as well. But for argument's sake, let's put everything on the right hand side as developer owned code. So what are the commonalities when it comes to testing mechanism that is developer owned code? In this case, we tested the pure logic, and all of these were pure JVM unit tests and they were non-instrumental. In the RoomDB instrumented, it became instrumental, but two before approaches that we had gone through were non-instrumental. They ran on the JVM. But however, if you want to test the Android owned code where the whole life cycle is managed by the Android framework, then our approach towards testing will be different from what it was earlier. In this case, what we really be testing is interaction and behavior. That is what the main consideration when it comes to testing composable and view models. And to test this, we would be using mocking frameworks, because without mocking frameworks, we would have to write complete fake composable framework and fake view model framework. That would be too difficult. So it is better to rely on some kind of mocking frameworks. And then these things are once again instrumented tests. They are not pure JVM tests. So all these days, our focus was on the right hand side of this separation, where we were writing pure logic tests, pure JVM unit tests, and non-instrumental tests. But in the upcoming videos, our focus will shift towards testing Android owned code, where our approach will be slightly different. Of course, we will be doing the testing, but we will be testing different things than what we were testing earlier. So stay tuned for the next video. Brings us to the end of this particular video. Don't forget to like, comment, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Take care. Bye.